JuJu. USC rise to the challenge against UConn. The matchup between number 4 UConn and number 7 USC was as highly anticipated as a college basketball game played in December can be, with 15,684 packing the XL Center in Hartford. Connecticut superstar players were on each side, with none bigger than USC's JuJu Watkins and UConn's Paige Bueckers. The two put on a show, but with the result hanging in the balance, it was Watkins who hit clutch free throws down the stretch, while UConn's Sarah Strong missed 2 free throws and was way off on a desperation three-pointer as the Huskies attempt to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. USC got some revenge for their Elite Eight loss to UConn with a 72-70 victory on Saturday night. Even a 2.23 milestone alongside JuJu, Watkins fails to shield Paige Bueckers from harsh realities. In a game that garnered a staggering 2.23 million viewers, JuJu Watkins and the USC Trojans avenged their 2024 Elite Eight loss over UConn 72-70 in a nail-biting contest that left fans on the edge of their seats. It marked the second most watched women's college basketball game in Fox history, peaking at 3.76 million viewers. Yet, despite the massive attention, one player's performance remained under intense scrutiny: Paige Bueckers. Rachel Demita, in a recent episode on her YouTube channel, observed a recurring paradox in Bueckers' play. "Like, this is a great stat line, dropping 22 is nothing to scoff about," Demita said, acknowledging the star's contribution. "But there's always something about Paige. It's always like a quiet 22 points or a quiet 20 points. The point guard's 22 points on 9 of 22 shooting helped the Huskies claw their way back into the game after trailing by 18. Still, Demita noted that despite Bueckers' crucial role in the comeback, it seemed something was in her head. "I just feel like at some point in time something got in her head," Demita continued. "I don't know if it's like what Gino Auriemma said about her being obsessed with her efficiency, or if it's like when Gino, was saying, 'Oh, she passes too much,' or 'Oh, she's taking shots that she shouldn't.' And we've gone over that in videos, too. He sends a lot of mixed messages." Demita pointed out the added pressure from both Auriemma's coaching style and media narratives. Bueckers' talent, though undeniable, is often overshadowed by these external expectations, making it hard for her to silence the doubters. In contrast, USC's JuJu Watkins put on a commanding performance, scoring 25 points, pulling down 6 rebounds, and dishing out 5 assists. Demita reflected on Watkins' mentality. "It seems like, from what I've seen, she steps up every single time in these big games. She is excited for them." Watkins' approach was fearless, in stark contrast to Bueckers' struggles to silence the critics. Still, Demita did point out how JuJu might be under some sort of pressure as well. According to her, even when the Trojans are comfortably winning, Watkins is in the game just to stat pad and increase her scoring average, of course, in order to break Caitlin Clark's all-time scoring record, as per the host. While these narratives exist around her, Demita stressed that Watkins should not be judged for what's out of her control. "I don't think that's what JuJu needs for the development of her game," Demita added. Maybe Demita's onto something. Could it be that coaches, the media, and fans are still riding the Caitlin Clark hype train? Chasing the next big thing, the media's pressure on JuJu Watkins and Paige Bueckers. It seems so, especially considering the fact that what stood out in Demita's analysis was the media's relentless pursuit of the next big thing, a search that has dominated discussions around both JuJu and Bueckers. Demita drew a parallel to the time the media sought the next LeBron James after he left the NCAA for the NBA, showcasing how intense the spotlight can be. She noted, "The media's hunt for the next Caitlin Clark mirrors this same pressure, placing undue expectations on young stars." The USC-UConn game was more than just an exciting battle between two of the top teams in women's college basketball. With over 2.2 million viewers and a peak of 3.76 million, the game symbolized the growing popularity of the women's game, providing a platform for players like Watkins and Bueckers to showcase their skills. Yet, even as Bueckers earned praise for her performance, the narrative remained complex. While USC celebrated the win, the focus was drawn back to the quiet nature of Bueckers' 22 points, a performance that couldn't fully shield her from the critiques surrounding her shot selection and efficiency. In a game that captured millions of eyes, Bucher's brilliance couldn't silence the whispers. Perhaps the harshest truth is that even monumental achievements, like the 2.23 million viewers, aren't enough to shield Buchers from the weight of expectations placed upon her. Meanwhile, Watkins' poised and fearless play continues to elevate her as a rising star. While both players are integral to their teams, their journeys stand in stark contrast, one navigating complex expectations, the other thriving in unencumbered confidence.